Hello everyone, it is March 28th, 2025, and I'm continuing on with my overhaul refurbishment of my Airstar Mongoose. I had purchased a Bavarian Axon flybarless control unit for my helicopter. I have the Bavarian 3SX in my other Airstar Mongoose, and that worked really well. So I decided to go with the newer Axon flybarless control unit. And again, this is my first build. I've always bought helicopters that were, built by somebody else. I've bought used helicopters back in the day when Run Rider was still around, and with this particular helicopter, the frame is very narrow, and so with the servos, if you have full-size servos, they almost touch each other. There's really not a lot of clearance. So going by the build thread of Kerry Shirley, he'd recommended using the low profile servos, and the low profile servos are just not as deep. They don't go into the helicopter as far. And when I was testing the servos, trying to figure out how to put the servo horns on, they just weren't moving correctly. They weren't moving as far as they should, and here to come to find out, they come set by Futaba at 760. That's the pulse rate of the servo, and this was just something, as a new builder, I had never even thought about. I never even considered something as minute as the pulse rate of the servo. So the Bavarian Axon operates at a pulse rate of 1520. So I kind of reached a stopping point. I searched around, and on YouTube I found a video by AJ Jaffe at Futaba, and he had this Futaba GPB-1 Programming Box, and he explained what you needed. Now, I did not have a Y harness. This is a Y harness right here, and the GPB-1 does not come with the Y harness. So you plug the one end of it into the GX port here on the GPB-1, and my local hobby shop didn't have anything for Futaba, so they had this nice Spectrum Y harness, and I had to actually get out my Dremel and cut a notch in there, because Futaba, with their leads, they have this little notch. I'm not sure, this camera's probably not focusing on that, but there's a little notch on the side of it, opposite of the ground. So you have the ground, which is your black wire. On the Spectrum, the ground is the brown wire. So I'm going to go ahead and program one of the servos on here, and I'll talk you through this process. So you plug into the servo that you want to reprogram. And I was mentioning this notch. The the nice thing about this notch with Futaba is it just prevents you from plugging something in backwards. If you plug something in backwards with your polarity, you're going to fry it. And so when I plugged the spectrum, before I could plug the spectrum one in, I actually had to take the Futaba one just to check the notches on that side, you know, plugged in like this, so the black ground goes on the far side. So this enabled me to know the correct way to plug the spectrum in from the Y harness. I went ahead and put an on-off switch, so I'll go ahead and turn this on. So starting off, you want to hit the plus, the up arrow, hold it, hit the down arrow, and you want to hit enter. Starts flashing. You'll hold enter for 1 second. Now it's reading your servo, and it's good to go through and check everything in your servo. It's currently set on 760. Shows your travel, your neutral. The neutral on here is 0 degrees. Dead band is like 0.8, so I guess 0.8 of a second, or degree. Speed is inhibited. Travel left right's 100%. And there's 4 pages here. S-bus servo. Reverse is normal. You don't want it reversed. Smoother. Soft stat is 3 degrees second, or 60 degrees. Boost is 5%. Damper. And what I did was I took a photo of each of these pages with my cell phone just to make sure. So in order to change it, and I'm hoping you can actually see this, you want to go to right, and you push it once, and then you have to hold it for 1 second, and it's reading the servo. Now you'll come down. Okay, you put it on 1520, which is what you want. Right now on this side, you know, it says DG 760, so that means that the gyro, or the servo, is set at 760 right now. So I hit the 1520, starts flashing, then you hold it for 1 second. It's thinking, processing. And now this side says 1520. So you go through again, double checking, making sure that, you know, nothing was changed for the settings that you need for your servo. Everything still looks good. And you want to come back to the top again and hit right. It's processing. Now it says completed. So now this servo has been changed to 1520. And that's it for, you know, changing your servo. And it's the reverse process. Say that your servo is at 1520 and you want to switch it to 760, which is actually what AJ Jaffe did in his video. So he was doing just the opposite of what I did. I have one more servo to change the pulse rate, and after I do that, I'm going to power up the helicopter, and I'm hoping and praying that the servos are working the way that they're supposed to.